Good afternoon, everyone. We are from Group 5. We are going to present to you the material about the marketing mix, promotion, and technology in marketing. Our group consists of Natalinus Imanuel Malau and my friend Aullya Afrizal and Tia Amitra. The first material is about the role of promotion decision in the marketing mix. Will be presented by Aullya Afrizal. Aullya Afrizal, time is yours.
So the role of promotion decision in the marketing mix. Promotion gives the consumer information about the rest of the marketing mix without it. So consumer would not know about the product, the price itself or the place where the product is sold. It is often thought that promotion is just about advertising the product, but it is includes several different types of promotion as well as advertising. So promotion is essential when a brand image is being created for a product. So promotion as part of the marketing mix includes advertisements. This involves above the line promotions. This can take different forms such as advertising on television, via the internet, in newspapers and magazines, and other forms of other advertising media. The second is sales promotion. This involves below the line promotions. These are often used for a short period of time in order to reinforce the above the line promotions. The example is include giving money of coupon, free gift, or product placements in television programs or newly released films. Next. So here's the aims of promotions. As you can see, promotion is includes many activities that are undertaken by business. They all have one thing in common, their purpose, which is to raise awareness of the firm's products and in court consumers to make a purchase. The aims are summarized in the diagram below. So as you can see is aims of promotion is to introduce new product on to the market and to compete with competitor products, to improve the company image, to increase sales, to create a brand image, and to inform people about particular issues often used by governments. Next. Okay, here's so the following tables show types of advertising media that business can use with the advantage and disadvantage of each and some example of when they may be used. So this advertising media like television, here's the advantage like the advert will go out to millions of people. The product can be shown in a very favorable way, making it look attractive. It reaches the biggest number of consumers and can reach a target audience by advertising at times when the programs the potential buyers are likely to be watching are being shown. And here's the disadvantage. Uh, here is a very expensive form of advertising. So here's the example of suitable product or service to advertise using this method, like food product and drink that are bought by most people, and the cars that are bought by a large number of customers, and house products, example like soap, powder that are bought by most of the population. Here's a lot of advertising media like radio, newspaper. Next slide, please. Like a newspaper and magazine. And here's the advantage and disadvantage. And the example: poster or billboard, cinema, DVD and Blu-ray discs, and leaflets. Okay, next is sales promotions. So different types of sales promotion. Promotion is used to support advertising and encourage new or exciting consumers to buy the product. So this is sometimes known as below the line advertising. Sales promotion is used in the short term to give a boost to sell, but it is not used over a long period of time. So there are several different types of self promotion that can be used by business. So first is price reduction. So example include reduce price in the shop at specific time of the year and money off coupon to be used when a product is next purchased. This can be linked to loyalty card when customers are sent money off coupons after they have spent a certain amount of money at the shop. The next is gift. Sometimes small gifts are placed in the packaging of the product to encourage the consumer to buy it. This is often used with product like breakfast cereal, and the gifts are usually aimed at the children. Sometimes coupons are put on the back of package and have to be cut out and collected. And Bugov, this is where the multiple purchase are encouraged. For example, like buy one and get one free. And next is competition. The packaging of the product may include an entry from which allows the customer to enter a competitions. The price is often an expensive item such as a car. This is again obviously encourage the consumer to buy the product. And the next is point of sale displays and demonstrations. So point of sale is the place where the product is being sold, usually a shop. A shop. In the shop, there may be a special display of the product, which some products is can be an advantage to show how they should be used, and therefore a demonstration in the shop can be a good way of encouraging customers to buy. And the next is after sales service. With expensive a product like cars or computer, providing an after sales service can be a way of encouraging the customer to buy. They can be reassured that reassured if the product goes wrong in the first few weeks or months after they have bought it, they will be able to take it back and get it repaired with no additional charge to themselves. So this may make the customer buy from a shop that offers an after sale service rather than from somewhere that does not. So the last is free sample. This is most this is most commonly used with products like food, shampoo, and cleaning products. A free sample can be handed out in the shop to encourage the customer to try the product and hopefully buy it. Free sample can be delivered to people's house, although this would not be to every person's house, just the neighborhoods where the business think people will buy the product. So the advantage of self promotions, it can promote sales at the time in the year when sales are traditionally low. So it encourage new customer to try an exciting product, and it encourage consumer to try a new product, and it encourage exciting customer to buy a product more often or in greater quantities, and it encourage customer to buy your product instead of a comparing brand. So next, Noe. the importance of the marketing budget. So the size of the marketing budget play a crucial role in determining the most suitable promotion method for a product. It dictated the available resources for marketing influencing decision. With the marketing department a limited budget restrict advertising option, making TV ads unfeasible and potentially affecting the frequency of magazine ads. Cost effectiveness is paramount, as business must compare advertising costs against expected sales increase. Overspending on campaign with a minimal sales impact is undesirable. Smaller firms often struggle to compete with large counterparts due to the disparity in marketing budget.
Next.
Next. So here's the which type of promotion should be used. So the following points also need to be considered when deciding on the type of promotion to use. So first, the stake of the product life cycle that has been reached research. If the product is new and has just been launched, that advertising may be more informative. But if the product is well established and is at maturity, then the advertising may be persuasive. So the nature of the product itself. If the product is producer good, the type of promotion that would be used when promoting the product to other producers will be quite different to the methods used with consumer goods. So, for example, money off coupon would not be suitable, but discounts when goods are purchased, it would be appropriate. And the next is the cultural issue involved in international marketing. If the product is to be sold abroad, then different types of promotion may be appropriate. The advertising media use will be dependent on factors such as the number of television owned, literacy of the population, availability of radio and cinema. It is use advertising in a national newspaper if most of the population do not read or cannot afford a newspaper. So the nature of the target market. Oh, whether it is local, national, or international, and its size, a local market will require different media to a national one or an international one. Is the product a specialist product such as water skis, or is it one that is sold to the majority of the population, such as a cola? Next, public public relation or sponsorship. This is concerned with promoting a good image for the company and or its products. Public relation can take many forms, from sponsoring events such as football match to publicity stunts where employees or owners of the company take a part in a sponsored activity for a good cause or to raise awareness. Another example is where company donate some of their product to charity for relief when there has been a natural disaster or food for victim of a famine. All these types of activity raise the public's awareness of the company and its product and increase the linkle, linklehood of their choosing its product over its competition. Next. So here's there are a number of benefits to a business of advertising on social networking sites such as Facebook. First is target specific demographic group and guarantees a target customer see advert when they go onto Facebook and speed in the response to market change. Information can be updated regularly, cheap to use. It has no cost if just placing advertisements reaches groups that are difficult to reach any other way. Next. So this advantage can alienate customer if they find the adverts annoying, have to pay for advertising if using pop-ups, and lack of control of advertising if used by others, and may be altered or used in a bad way and forwarded on to other user giving the business bad publicity. If a business advertises on its own websites, it will enjoy the following benefits. So, first is no ex- no extra cost if on websites is already set up and control of advertising as it is on your own site and can change at first quickly and update picture or price, etc. And interactive at first can make the adverts more attractive than those in other forms of advertising media such as magazine and posters can provide more information in adverts and link to other page with further information and pictures. And however, there are disadvantage too. So the first is potential customers may not see the website as the page may come up in a long list of page when using a search engine such as Google and relies on customer finding the website and design cost of the websites may be high. That's for me. Next, I give back to Ichet.
Okay, the next slide, I will explain about the marketing mix place. The first is the role of place decision in marketing mix. After decision on the product and right price, the business has to get the product to the consumer. The product or service has to be available where and when customer want to buy. Where a customer can buy the product will affect how well it will sell. Think of your local shop where you buy food. Would expensive luxury chocolates sell well? If may if many of the customer who use the shop or are on low incomes, then not many chocolate will be sold. And the next is distributions channel. Business have to decide where to sell their product. They also have to decide how to get the product to the consumer. That is what distribution channel to use. The distribution channel can vary from being directly to the consumer to being via intermediately channels. The diagram below summarizes the main distribution channel that are used. There have a four distribution channel, and for the first distribution channel one, have a advantage and disadvantage. For the first is advantage. This distribution channel is very simple. It involves manufacturers selling their product directly to the consumer. And then it is suitable for products such as certain type of agricultural products, which are sometimes sold straight for the farm. And the next, there is a lower price if sold direct to customer, cut out wholesalers or retailer. And the next is products can be sold by mail order, catalog, or via the internet. And there are disadvantage of distribution channel one. This is usually impactful for most product because the customer probably do not live near to the factory and could not go there to buy the products. And the next is this method may not be suitable for products which cannot easily to send by post. It may be very expensive to send the product by post and therefore it will not be cost effective. And the next is distribution channel 2. The second distribution channel is where the producers sell directly to retail outlet, outlets and then they sell the products to the consumer. This is most common where the retailer is large, such as a large supermarket, or when the products are expensive, such as furniture or jewelry. The advantage of second distribution channel is producer sells large quantities to retailers, and the next reduce distributions cost compared to distribution channel one. And disadvantage of this channel is no direct contact with customer. And the next is distribution channel 3. This distribution channel involves using a wholesalers and who perform the function of breaking bulk. Breaking bulk is where wholesaler buy products from manufacturers in large quantities and then divide up the stock into much smaller quantities for retailers to buy. And this is advantages of distribution channel 3. The first is wholesalers save strong storage space for small retailer and reduce storage cost. And the next, small retailer can purchase products in small quantities from wholesaler because they have a relatively short shelf life before they deteriorate. And the next is may give credit to customer so they can take the good strange away and pay at a later date. And the next is wholesaler may deliver to the small retailer, thus saving on transport costs. And the last is wholesaler can give advice to small retailer about what is selling well. They can also advise the manufacturer what is selling well. The next slide is disadvantage of distribution channel 3. Maybe more expensive for the small shop to buy from a wholesaler than if they bought straight from the manufacturer. And wholesaler may not have the full range of product to sell. And the next is take longer for fresh product to reach the shop, and so it may not be as good quality. Wholesaler may be a long way from the small shop. And this is diagram about without the manufacturer, without a wholesaler, a manufacturer has to produce many other from retailer, and with a wholesaler, a manufacturer have less paperwork. And the next is distribution channel 4. This is advantages and disadvantages of distribution channel 4. Manufacturer may not know the best way to sell the product in other markets. Agents will be aware of local conditions and will be in the best positions to select the most effective place in which to sell. And disadvantage of distribution channel 4 is less control over the way the product is sold to customers. Ini di skip ya Allah yang tebal-tebal dua nih.
Yakin?
Yakin aku. Capek.
Kamu ditanya gitu, kena serang gitu ya. Jadi kenapa gak dia anu?
And the next slide is selecting the distribution channels to use. When deciding which contribution channel to use, manufacturers have to ask themselves a number of questions. This will help them to decide which channel will be the most successful for their products. There are the types of questions that need to be answered. The first is, what type of product is it? Is it sold to other producer or to ordinary customers? And the next is the product very technical? If it should be sold to the customer by someone with technical knowledge. We can explain how it works and what it will do. Direct selling from the manufacturer will be probably be selected in this case. An example might be an airplane engine. And the next is, how often is the product purchased? If it is bought every day, it will need to be sold in many retail outlets. And the next is, how expensive is the products? Does it have an image of being expensive? And then, how perishable is the product? Next, where are the customers located? And where do the competitor sell their products? The next slide will be explained by Noel. Thank you.
So the next material will be presented by me. I'm going to talk about marketing strategy. Marketing strategy is a plan to combine the right combination of the four elements of the marketing mix for a product or service to achieve a particular marketing objective. The marketing strategy developed by a business will differ depending on the size of the market and the size of competitors. It will need to identify the marketing objective of the business, the target market, and the finance available. The marketing objective could include increasing sales of an existing product or service by selling to new markets or selling more to the existing market. The second is increasing sales of new product or service by improving an existing product or a totally new innovative product. The third is increasing market share, which will include increasing sales, but also taking market share away from competitors. And fourth, maintaining market share if competition is increasing. And the last is increasing sales in a niche market. So the different elements of the marketing mix are important in influencing consumers' decision when developing a marketing strategy aimed at the specific target market. As you can see the diagram on the screen, if the marketing strategy does not combine the four elements of the marketing mix correctly, then the marketing objective will not be achieved. For example, a product which meets customers' needs and is priced at a suitable price, which the target market is prepared to pay but will not actually buy the product if they do not know about it. That is, if the promotional methods are not suitable. And a product which does not meet the needs of the target markets will not sell at any price. The next is legal control on marketing. Legal control on marketing, consumers can be easily misled. It is quite easy to sell to many customers consumers goods that are either unsuitable for the purpose intended or that fail to perform as the manufacturer claimed. In the UK, the laws on consumers protection are typical of those existing in most countries and include some of the following forms of consumers protection. The first is weight and measure. Retailers and producers commit an offense if they sell underweight goods or if the weighing equipment they use is inaccurate. The second is trade description. It is illegal to give the consumers a deliberately misleading impression about the product. For example, it is illegal to state that a pair of trousers is made of wool when they are made of cotton. Advertisement must therefore be truthful. The third is sale of goods. It is illegal to sell products which have serious flaws or problems, that is, they are not of a satisfactory quality. Products which are not fit for the purpose intended by the consumer. For example, if the consumer asks for a drill to make holes in walls and is sold one which is suitable for wood. Products which do not perform as described on the label or by the retailer. For example, if the label states these shoes are completely waterproof and they leak the first time they are used. The fourth is Supply of Goods and Services Act. This act does the same for services as the Sale of Goods Act does for products. The service has got to be provided with reasonable skill and care. And fifth, it is illegal for misleading pricing claims such as 40 pounds off for this week only, when the product was also being sold for the same price the previous week. Most importantly, the law makes retailers and manufacturers liable that is responsible. The sixth, for any damage which their faulty goods may cause, anyone injured by faulty goods can take the supplier to court and ask for compensation. The seventh, the distance selling regulation allows customers a cooling off period of 7 working days. This means they can change their mind about purchasing the good or service. For goods, this starts from the day after the goods are delivered and from the services. It's 7 and for services, it's 7 days working from the contract being agreed. This regulation applies to all transactions carried out over a distance as well as online transaction. Entering new market abroad. These days, a large number of business both produce and sell in many different countries. Why has there been this trend toward more globalization of business? There are opportunities in entering new markets abroad. The first is growth potential of new market in other countries. Countries in different parts of the world are now developing and seeing their population enjoying rising incomes. This provides opportunities for entering new market abroad. The second is home markets might be saturated and these new markets give the chance for higher sales. The third, there is a wider choice of location to produce products and this encourages businesses to sell as well as produce in these countries. This business will have more information about these markets and be better placed to sell to them as well. And the last is trade barriers have been lowered in many parts of the world, making it easier and profitable to now enter these markets. And the problems when entering new markets abroad is lack of knowledge. The businesses may not be aware of competitors or the habit of consumers in this market. For example, where do most people do their shoppings? And the second is cultural differences. Religion or culture may mean that some products won't sell in another market. For example, alcohol product will not be sold in many Middle Eastern countries. The third is exchange rate changes. If the changes rate is not very stable, then exchange rate changes can mean the price of imported goods change and the products can become too expensive to sell in the new market. The fourth is import restriction. If there are tariffs or quotas on imported products, then the prices of this product may be higher than domestically produced goods, reducing sales or profits or both. The fifth, increased risk of non-payment. Method of payment may be different in these new markets and it may be more difficult to be certain that payment for imported goods will be made. The sixth is increased transport costs. As products have to be transported over long distances, then the cost of getting products to market will increase. However, there have been benefits from using containers to transport products and the container ships are getting larger. And all this has led to reduction in transport costs. Method to overcome the problems of entering new market abroad. Joint ventures. The first is joint ventures. For example, McDonald's has a 50-50 joint ventures with two Indian restaurant chains, Hard Castle Restaurant and Connaught Plaza Restaurant. This allowed the joint business gain the same revenue and local knowledge so that culture and custom can be adapted to enable a more successful entry into the new market. The second is licensing. This is where the business give permission for another firm in the new market being entered to produce the branded or patent product under license. The third is international franchising. This means that foreign franchises are used to operate a business franchise abroad. For example, Dunkin' Donuts, which is a US-based baked goods and coffee franchise, sold in many countries in the world. Localizing existing brands. There is a phrase thinking global, acting local, which is being used by several global businesses. It means that there is still a common brand image for the business, but it has adapted to local tastes and culture, therefore increasing sales. So that's